आज का कारोबार में आपका स्वागत है। मैं हूं नरेश सिंह।
नमस्कार, मैं हूं स्वाति।
और सबसे पहले देखते हैं हेडलाइन। अंतिम घंटों की रिकवरी ने शेयर बाजार के जख्मों पर लगाया मरहम, लेकिन 11,000 से नीचे गया सेंसेक्स 368 पॉइंट की कमजोरी के साथ बंद। निफ्टी भी 93 पॉइंट लुढ़का।
बाजार को बदहाली से उबारने के लिए सरकारी मशीनरी ने लगाया जोर। प्रधानमंत्री ने बुलाई आपात बैठक।
अमेरिका समेत दुनिया के 7 सेंट्रल बैंक जुटे क्राइसिस मैनेजमेंट में। ब्याज दरों में की आधे % तक की कटौती। ब्रिटेन ने किया बेल आउट पैकेज का ऐलान।
और फेड रिजर्व के ब्याज दर घटाने का असर दिखा। अमेरिकी बाजारों पर कमजोर शुरुआत के बाद रिकवर हुए डाउ जोन्स और नैस्डैक।
इसके अलावा एक घंटे में और भी कई खास खबरें होंगी जिन पर हम विस्तार से चर्चा करेंगे। अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बाजारों में सोने चांदी में 5% तक की तेजी। घरेलू बाजार में 10 ग्राम सोना 14,000 रुपए के पार।
रियल एस्टेट बाजार की दरार में गुम हुए बिल्डिंग के प्रोजेक्ट्स। यूनिटेक और अंसल समेत दर्जनों प्रोजेक्ट सिर्फ दिख रहे हैं कागजों पर।
और देश की पॉलिटिकल कैपिटल बनी इन्वेस्टर कैपिटल। सीएनबीसी आवाज दिल्ली वीक के तीसरे दिन दिल्ली वाले बने पैसे कमाने के उस्ताद। प्रधानमंत्री ने आज कैबिनेट की विशेष बैठक बुलाई थी। क्या हुआ इस बैठक में? और इसके ठीक बाद वित्त मंत्री पी चिदम्बरम इस समय प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे हैं। सीधे चलते हैं दिल्ली।
गुड इवनिंग। द कैबिनेट resumed its meeting at 8 o'clock this evening. The Prime Minister requested me to brief the Cabinet on the situation in the markets, especially the capital market, in the light of the events that are unfolding around the world. I briefed the Cabinet. Cabinet, after careful consideration, has adopted a statement and has authorized me to read that statement on behalf of the Cabinet. The Cabinet meeting is continuing, considering other matters, and presumably the CCA also will meet thereafter. In the meanwhile, I have left the Cabinet meeting to be able to read the statement to you. Copies of this statement will be available a few minutes later, but I will presently read the statement. The United States and many countries in Europe are passing through a severe financial crisis. The ripple effects of this crisis are being felt in other countries, including India. The authorities in the US and Europe have taken a number of bold and unconventional steps in order to stabilize the financial situation. We hope that their efforts will succeed. The main problem is liquidity. In the absence of adequate liquidity, many financial institutions in the US and Europe have suffered a meltdown, and they have been bailed out by their respective governments and central banks. As far as India is concerned, the fundamentals of our economy are strong. In the first quarter of 2008-09, the growth of GDP was 7.9%. On current trends, we expect that the growth rate for the whole year will be close to 8%. There are many indicators which underline the sound fundamentals of the Indian economy. For example, during April-August 2008, exports have increased in dollar terms by 35.1%, and imports have increased in dollar terms by 37.7%. Many sectors have shown impressive growth. There is ample evidence that cumulative investments in the pipeline continue to be high. Huge capacities are being added in a number of sectors, including power, steel, oil, and automobiles. While there has been a negative trend in portfolio investments, foreign direct investment during the period April to August 2008 has been robust. India attracted FDI of US dollars 14.8 billion, amounting to 114% of the FDI in the corresponding period of last year. We are conscious of the fact that liquidity conditions in India too have tightened in the last few weeks. Our authorities have responded to the situation. The Reserve Bank of India has taken steps to infuse more liquidity into the market. We will watch the situation carefully and continuously and respond swiftly to the needs of the market. Steps will be taken to infuse more liquidity if required. Our banks have strong balance sheets. They are well capitalized. The capital adequacy ratio of each of our banks is well above Basel norms and above the norms stipulated by the RBI. Besides, they are well regulated, and this has been universally acknowledged. Our banks have shown great resilience and continue to provide credit to all sectors of the economy. No one need have any fear about the soundness of India's banking system. We wish to assure the people of India that the Indian economy has the capacity and the resilience to weather the storm that is blowing across the world. We have enough instruments to ensure the stability of the Indian financial system, and we will continue to provide credit and other support for the growth of the Indian economy. This statement is being read on behalf of the Cabinet, presided over by the Prime Minister. I intend to return to the Cabinet meeting now, but I'm willing to take a few questions.
Just one. Just one moment. You had a question.
Sir, I just want to know that whether the deposit of Indian public at large is really safe.
As I said, the Indian banking system is extremely sound. No depositors have expressed any concern. A few days ago, there was some concern, largely fueled by misinformation and rumor about one Indian private bank. I immediately explained the position. RBI put out a statement. No depositor need have any fear about